What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Andre Romance, and I'm out here, man, just soaking up the goodness of God, man. Today is my anniversary with my wife, the day we chose to unite and become one before God. And I want to talk to y'all about commitment. It's very important to understand what it means to make a vow. I know sometimes we jump into things we don't fully understand. We have a slight understanding, but we don't understand the depths of everything that we're doing. This ties back into having sex before marriage and just courting, you know? We grow up with the idea that it's okay to have sex before marriage because it's practiced so openly throughout our societies. But what we don't understand is the spiritual connection that it has on our bodies or on our spirits, physically going throughout life. So imagine me holding a flower, right? And every time I had sex with somebody that wasn't my wife or husband, I took away one rose petal. Every time I took away one rose petal. By the time I get around to that person that I'm supposed to be with, figuratively speaking, my soulmate, by the time I reach my level of understanding to be able to give myself fully to somebody else, this flower is what I'm giving them. This is what I have left to give from that flower. And this is what we give to people that we vow to. This is why it's so important that we stay in tune with what's really going on in our lives and what we're doing on a spiritual level. Because spiritual awakening brings wisdom. And with that wisdom, you have this understanding of how the structure of life really is, how you ought to go about life. That's why it's so important to understand what it means to vow, what it means to take full commitment in something. When you vow before God to take care of someone, to be by somebody's side, these type of vows aren't meant to be broken. They aren't meant to be unbonded. You know, the Bible speaks about being unequally yoked. Unequally yoked in historical terms reference back to oxen pulling a plow, and how they would use two oxen to pull these plows. And if these oxen were not even in potential, they don't have an equal balance of potential, that one would outpull the other and one would lack more than the other. And what you would have is inconsistent feel of plowed dirt. You'd have areas where the plow lines would curve, or in some cases where they would make a half circle because one oxen wasn't pulling its weight as much as the other oxen. This is an example of being unequally yoked. So when we go and we start talking about committing ourselves to a person, becoming one with a person, it's very important that you choose wisely. who you make that connection with, who you decide, and you have to really examine the person that you're gonna make this connection with, because all in all, you don't want to be in a position where you feel like you have to destroy that vow. Examine all your options before you make a commitment. And when you make that commitment, you do your darnest to make sure that you fulfill that commitment. It's an awesome feeling to have someone that you can go through life and uphold to help better themselves, someone to help better you along your journey in life. There's no greater feeling than when you have somebody on your side. So I encourage y'all to find that vow, find purpose in your vows if you have them. If you have made vows, find that purpose in them and do your best to maintain them, because it's a great achievement. I love y'all. I want to see y'all in the next one. Y'all keep me up. I'm gonna keep y'all up, and I'm out this thing.